but there you go. So when the opportunity came to take a reflexology course, I jumped at it. I didn't want to do massage because I didn't want people to take their clothes off. I wasn't having any, I didn't want any of that. So I thought, right, okay, so people taking their shoes and socks off is a lot easier. So I do reflexology part-time. But I do find it very, very fascinating, and I actually love giving treatments. I don't know whether anybody's had reflexology here at all, so obviously you know what it's like.
I could do another one.
And you obviously enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was many years ago.
Oh, okay.
All before I got ill.
Oh, okay. And do you have reflexology regularly?
No.
No? Okay. Well, reflexology has been around for thousands of years. It was practiced by the ancient Egyptians and those Chinese. And it primarily works on the reflexes of your feet. You can do reflexology on your hands and your face. So if you have a look at the little chart, it gives you like a map of all parts of your body reflexes on your feet, and also your body systems as well. So it's classed as a massage, but it's not. It's a specialised massage that pinpoints the areas that you need to work on. Traditionally, I do a session which would last about 45 to 60 minutes. I often find that the longer it is, the more relaxing the client becomes, and they have more benefit of it. And I do have a room at home, but also mobile, because a lot of people like to have treatment in the home because they just zonk out and they don't have to get back in the car and in the cold and what have you. But obviously everyone's different. So by stimulating the points in your feet, it can help release blockages and also put your body into balance. It's suitable for everyone from newborns to those receiving end-of-life care, and anyone in between. A few exceptions to the rule. For instance, if there was someone pregnant, then there would be areas that you wouldn't necessarily work on. It doesn't tickle, it's not painful, but it shouldn't be painful anyway. And as everyone is different, the treatment is tailor-made. So I would work on different areas. If someone had problems with their digestive system, I'd work more on their gut area and what have you. If they were stressed, I'd work on their adrenals, and so on and so forth. So it helps promote relaxation, balance the body, and obviously if it reduces cortisol, reduces anxiety, helps the body heal itself really. After a treatment you may feel relaxed, sleepy. Sometimes it can, if you had a lymphatic system treatment, sometimes it actually feels like you've been power flushed. That's the way I've described it. But it's obviously different for everybody. Sometimes it can bring out emotions as well. You have that 48-hour, like you have if you'd had a massage. Sometimes you have that healing process. But most people, when they've had a treatment, they do actually sleep better and they feel better as well. Helps boost blood circulation and improves body temperature, so therefore enhancing nutrient and oxygen delivery to your tissues. It relieves stress and anxiety, again lowering your blood pressure, lowering your cortisol levels. Help with digestive issues such as constipation, can help with migraines, headaches caused by stress, and to release tension, especially again if you're having a lymphatic drainage, which again is worked on the feet. It would stimulate the lymphatic system, which I'm sure a lot of you know is in your neck here. So if people could have tension in their shoulders, they're not letting the lymphatic system work properly, and obviously that's your flush all your toxins out of your body. Very good for people, premenstrual tension, menopausal issues such as sleepless nights, anxiety, hot flushes. Now I am trained in lymphatic drainage. Again, it's worked on the feet and you just work the lymphatic system, and that can be very effective as well. And it makes you feel, sometimes it can make you feel quite lightheaded, but it also just it just stimulates your lymphatics. Because a lot of people, do have a sluggish lymphatic system. And then that can help with swelling and lymphedema, especially in your legs and your arms. And the course that I took is actually recognised in Wales in hospitals for edema following breast cancer. So it is a recognised, I think the NHS now is is starting to recognise alternative therapists. They've actually got a link on the NHS website now. You can put on their Reflexologist, and you put your area in, and people within certain bodies are actually come up on the list. The NHS aren't going to pay for them, but at least it's an alternative thing as well. So if anybody's got any questions at all, I'm happy to ask them.
Are you able to have an appointment with someone who might not know what's wrong with them, and you can maybe not diagnose, but you can have a feel around and see?
Oh, I can pick up on things.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Yeah, and it's not just on physical things. You can pick up on people's emotions. A good friend of mine, she's same age as me. She's has a very stressful life, and her mum was living with her, and her mum suffers from dementia. And at that time, she was so stressed, and her feet were like absolute rocks, especially in the chest area, because the chest area is obviously where your heart is, and you hold your emotions. 6 months later, after her mum had moved into a nursing home and things calmed down into her house, her feet were completely different, really soft, pliable, and it wasn't. And she's on her feet all day long, so that hadn't changed. But it was just, you know, it's you can feel people's tension in their shoulders as well. The bottom of your big toe represents your head. Bottom of your big toe is your neck area. So a lot of people, when I'm working on the big toe, they go, oh, that's painful, that hurts. Well, because you've got stress in your neck. Does it hurt on the toe or does it hurt in the neck? Sometimes people are sensitive to it on their feet. Or they think, oh, that feels a bit strange. And on your shoulders as well, on below your little toe, that is your shoulder area. Again, a lot of people hold their tension there. The middle of your, a third of the way down above the liver, between the liver and the lungs, is your diaphragm area and your solar plexus, and that's very good. You can stimulate that to help promote relaxation as well. But it's fascinating, and I'm still learning every day. I'm picking up something, learning, going on courses, because I just love it. Yeah, I'd love to give up the day job, but I'm still working on that as well.
Do you massage your own feet?
I do, but to be honest, I don't do much self-care. And I should do. I'm a naughty girl, and if I do go for a massage or a reflexology treatment, I do have a healing crisis. So I need to practice more. I need that should be one of my New Year's resolutions, that I do it more often on me. Yeah.
Is that something you teach people how to do their own?
I can do. Yeah. I can show people where the points are that they want to work on.
If you've got something seriously wrong with you, would this actually show up on your feet as a sort of a bump or?
It might do. It might present itself as something. If someone has got something major, then you'd have to. If it's contraindicated, obviously you'd have to have a letter from your GP or nurse or what have you. But you can pick up things, but you can't diagnose. It's not for diagnosis. It's just as a complementary treatment. But I do pick up on certain things. The bladder area is another common area where I say to my client, "Have you been drinking any water today?" And they went, "No." But you can tell, because the bladder area you press it and it depresses, it doesn't bounce back. So my clients get told off if they're not drinking enough water.
How much does it cost per session?
Everyone's different. I charge approximately £50. All depends where I'm travelling to. If people want to come to me, I've got a room. My third bedroom is now a treatment room. St Albans is £50. If it's further out, then I charge more.
So you're St Albans based?
Yes, I live in the village. Live in the village.
What, London Coney Village?
Yes.
Just slightly sharing something, it's slightly off topic, but you're saying about diagnosis. My friend had not reflexology, but a massage done, and the therapist and she was a bit anxious because she'd had a massage done before, but she had a pain on her upper body, not exactly sure where, that the therapist said that she shouldn't have been having that pain. and that got left, and then it was about 6 months later she was diagnosed with breast cancer. I think the therapist sounds like, yeah, she picked it up on that.
I've heard of dogs picking up breast cancer as well.
Yeah,
I've heard that. There must be a certain sense associated with it that they're picking up.
Yeah, I thought that was just quite remarkable.
Yeah,
you know,
amazing,
the
actually.
massage therapist has picked up something. You know, you shouldn't be having that pain there.
No,
you know, that
no,
shouldn't
and
be a
then you
pain
can,
that you're
if they,
having.
the thing is they know, you know, it's like on the feet, you know what it should be feeling like. They feel something not right, again, that's, you know, she did right and be referred.
Well, I don't think she did. It came
No.
up elsewhere, but it made me think if ever
No.
that happened to me, I might sort of
Mm.
look into it a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, that was like, oh wow.
How long? Sorry, how long have you been doing this? Sorry, I didn't know.
20 years. Yeah, just part time, I'd say. I'm doing more and more now because I don't have any commitments. I've only got 2 cats at home, kids are left home. So as long as they're sorted, I don't have to worry about their dinner or anything. Like I say, and I do actually enjoy doing treatments. People say, my mum used to say to me, oh, you like touching people's feet. I said, but it's more than that, you know, and it's, I feel when I do someone's feet, I actually find it relaxing for me. But if it gives off good vibes, then, you know, then why not?
What's the ideal position for someone to be in while you're treating them?
I have a chair, it's called a Lafuma chair, so it's like a posh garden chair that, that reflexologists use. So it puts the feet are quite elevated. And then I just sit on my little chair and I work on the feet. I've also got a massage bed, but obviously dragging that round, it's easier to move the chair. But for instance, if someone wanted a treatment now, I'd say, okay, there, pop your feet off, up here, I've got a towel, and then that's it. You just give the feet a quick wipe over, and I've got a wax that I use as a medium, so your fingers glide over the skin, and it's as simple as that. You know, it can be done anywhere really, as long as your client's comfortable. That's the main thing.
Yeah, so people with ME might struggle to sit up for that long. I know I can't sit up for too long. Can you lie down?
If they wanted to lie on a bed or what have you, I just elevate the feet a little bit. But the main thing is that the client is comfortable, because you know you're sitting still for like 3/4 of an hour, especially if people got lower back problems and what have you. Make sure that they're supported.
Does it help with fatigue levels?
It
So
can.
if there's blockages, and
Yeah, because it would stimulate your lymphatic system, and so it would certainly help that with balancing your, you know, it can help. And then obviously if you've got interrupted sleep, then if you have better sleep, then obviously it helps during the day as well.
Have you? I'm sorry.
Go on.
Have you had clients with ME and have they seen changes?
Not with ME. I've got a client who has MS, and I have seen a difference there, but she has had alternative treatments as well.
So it's more of a treatments along with everything else that you're kind of going on.
Yeah, and I've got a couple of clients who suffer from fibromyalgia, and they benefit from having the treatments as well.
That might help with pain then.
So, is it a one-off treatment, or I mean, would a one-off treatment do any good?
It could do. It's like, you know, you say, well, you'd have a session of 4 or what have you, but one, it's the financial side of it, it's a commitment. Say to someone, have one, because some people don't like their feet being touched, and they don't, no, I don't want to have that done again. You know, I recommend probably once every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. Again, it's down to the client. The chart I've given you there has actually got a little hand chart there as well. So you can actually stimulate and the areas on your hand. You can do some self-reflexology if you like.
Is it better on the feet? Is it more concentrated on the feet, or does it not matter?
I prefer it on the feet because it is more effective, because your feet are covered up all day long. But if you wanted to use it on your hands, obviously your hands are exposed to every day, aren't they? You can have reflexology on your face as well, and that's very relaxing. You've got obviously your points, pressure points on your
Are you
face.
trained in the face as well?
Yes.
Does that help with the lymph drainage?
That would help as well. Mainly the lymphatic would be on your feet, but you can still do it on your face. For instance, that
It's
area
all
there.
kind of connected.
Yeah, that area there, for instance, is on your sinuses, and you just work that. It's and some people again don't like having their face touched, but you do have those pressure points on there.
Yeah, so in the past I've had a lot of pain under the eyes there, and I think it's all where it's got kind of congested or blocked.
Yeah.
It's all kind of linked, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not draining
Yeah.
properly. So even just a facial helps
Yeah,
with the
because
drainage.
you've got your lymphatics in your face and obviously behind your ears, because obviously when you get cold or anything, your glands come up, and then if you massage that bit down on your neck and down to here, that would actually stimulate your lymphatic system.
Yeah, well, when I put my moisturiser on, I always, because that goes up, but here I just do it downwards, and it does feel nice when you do that.
I do
that every day
I
when I do my moisturiser.
because I feel when my glands are up, if you just kind of do that, it kind
Because
of
I think a lot of people
feels
when they
better.
have
Yeah.
problems with their glands, don't we? Yeah, that's like
Yeah, I do actually follow.
I do get quite a bit of
guy
pain
on,
under here.
Instagram, and he's I think he's called the Lymph Man or something, and he's a chap from New York, and he says do the Lymph Man shoulder shuffle 20 or 30 times a day, 2 or 3 times a day, and it actually works. And again, that's something that you can do, sitting at the desk or watching TV or even in the car in the
that gets
traffic.
blocked. The eye pain's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Yeah. Luckily I've not got that one, but I had that for ages.
It's an interesting question, Amy, you asked about reflexology and ME. And I think Helen said that you weren't treating anyone with ME, but you've got chronic fatigue syndrome
And fibro.
and fibro.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I don't have ME, but my wife does. When she first got it, she had quite a lot of reflexology treatment from a lady out in Hertford somewhere. And it made a lot of difference to her, made her feel quite a lot better. The lady moved away, she hasn't found anyone else until we found Helen, and it does make a difference to her. She gets aching legs, which is the poor lymph drainage,
A lot of it will be lymphatic, yes.
and she puts her legs up against the wall when it hurts, and you can hear it going into her stomach. It's an extraordinary noise. So I think it does help. Well, she says it helps.
I wonder if it releases endorphins, because it does feel really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It does.
There is a school of thought on ME, Raymond Perrin,
Oh yeah.
but it's all in the lymphatic system. So
Has anyone had Perrin?
related. I have years ago.
Is it any good?
I have years ago.
I think it was too long ago to remember. I was 18 and I didn't know what was up.
The map of the feet, Helen,
Yes.
confuses me somewhat.
Okay.
They're facing you, don't forget.
Well, I can see
The right swing and the left and the...
that the right foot has got a big toe where it should be,
Yes.
but the left foot, where's that being taken from then?
That's the soles of your feet.
Yes, I understand that. But my,
Well, the feet up, that's what you look at. Be like that.
so that's your left foot,
So that's the left, that's the right.
but that says right under there and that says left there.
Yeah, so be like that.
Demonstrate, please.
I see. Okay.
That's as high as I can get.
We've got a demonstration going on here for those that can't see.
My feet don't look like that.
Oh, yeah.
Not a pretty sight, my feet. Good.
If people have got I don't know what they're called, carbuncles or toes, or, is that a sign of some underlying condition?
It can be. I treated a lady a few months back who was, I think in her past she was a ballet dancer, so she had quite deformed feet. But you can still work on them because you've still got those those points and what have you.
Does it help with actual feet problems? If you've got like
We can do,
bunions or
if
anything
not
like that?
bunions, but if you, some people, if they suffer from plantar fasciitis, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
it can
That's
help that.
painful, that is.
Yeah, well that's
I've had that before.
that's
Felt
nasty.
on that back.
Yeah.
That's nasty. But
What's that,
again,
Helen?
plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, it's
So-
horrible.
Just
So
Years to
basically,
get over that. Pain, serious pain.
under your heel and up the back of your leg, where you've got that cartilage, and it's like a rubber band, and if it's stretched too much, it can cause a lot of pain. A lot of it is to do with badly fitting shoes, flip-flops. I know that
I
one,
think mine
flip-flops.
was from increasing my exercise all of a sudden. I
Yeah,
tried
from that,
increasing my
from
exercise a lot more than what I
impact,
normally did, and it
having
didn't like it.
dropped arches, not having enough support in your
Uh.
shoes. Dare I say that menopause word, because you obviously you're dropping your collagen as we get older, so you lose that elasticity as well.
And a lot of us have hypermobility as well, so the cartilage stretches more in us.
Yeah, it is like an elastic band, but yeah, plantar fasciitis
It
is.
takes a long time to
it's
get
nasty.
over that as
Took
well.
me a
It's
year,
about
but
a
that was
year,
wearing
yeah.
flip-flops around Spain for a
About a
week, so
year.
I was self-inflicted.
Just a week. Whereas I always wore boots, so I never had any issues.
So, yeah, it seems to be more prevalent in women because men wear proper shoes and women don't. And I can say that without being sexist. So.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I've got another cup.